Heyo, and welcome to my channel. I am Crisscross Applesauce. Today I'm going to show you how, with a little bit of patience, you can double the amount of money you get from your activated indium simply by having a little oxygen and a little pure ferrite. Now, the first thing you're going to want to learn are two different infinite loops you can do. One to create an infinite amount of pure ferrite, and the first here I'm going to show you how to have an infinite amount of condensed carbon. First, all you're going to need to do is take whatever oxygen you have, hopefully you have a good sized oxygen farm somewhere, and turn all of that oxygen into carbon. Simple enough. Next, taking some of that carbon you're making and mixing it with some more oxygen will get you condensed carbon. For every 2 carbon and 2 oxygen you use, you will get 5 condensed carbon. And what you can do at this point is then take that condensed carbon and put it back in another refiner with some oxygen as well, and you will get 6 condensed carbon for every 1 condensed carbon and 2 oxygen that you use. You can continuously take the condensed carbon you're making from condensed carbon and oxygen and add it back to itself to create more and more and more condensed carbon as long as you have oxygen. This is the infinite condensed carbon loop, and it's extremely important for this whole process. Now that we know that, we can incorporate that knowledge into what's called the infinite pure ferrite loop. So to start, just take your ferrite, add a little bit of condensed carbon to turn it into magnetized ferrite. For every 1 condensed carbon and 1 pure ferrite, you're going to get 2 magnetized ferrites. Now, this is very important to know because you can take 1 magnetized ferrite and turn it into 2 pure ferrite. Once you have 2 pure ferrite, you can take that pure ferrite and mix it with condensed carbon to get 3 magnetized ferrite for every 1 pure ferrite and 1 condensed carbon, which you can then turn into 6 pure ferrite. Take those 6 pure ferrite, mix it back in with condensed carbon to get more magnetized ferrite, and so on and so forth. Using this loop, you can get yourself an infinite amount of pure ferrite. At this point, I would suggest using some of the portable refiners to do some of the heavy lifting of magnetized ferrite to pure ferrite. You should have plenty of condensed carbon to do this at this point. Now, what's all this work been for, you ask? Well, with all of that pure ferrite, as long as you have the exact same amount of pure ferrite as you do activated indium, you can now mix that pure ferrite with your activated indium and turn 1 activated indium and 1 pure ferrite into 8 chromatic metals. This is the entire point of this process because 1 full stack of 9,999 activated indium is about 9.5 million units. But 8 full stacks of chromatic metal are worth just over 20 million units. So, if you go through this entire process, you can literally double the amount of money that you get from your activated indium farm. It's just a whole process and requires a little bit of patience and a little bit of know-how. Now, here I am with 32 stacks of chromatic metal. I'm gonna go sell it to an NPC in the space station. And just a little word of advice, always sell large quantities of things to people in space stations or trade ports. Don't do it at the actual trade terminal, it will ruin your economy. So here we are, 40,000 activated indium, 34 million units. That's 4 full stacks. Now, here's 32 full stacks of chromatic metal, worth just shy of 80 million. So more than double of what you would have had selling the activated indium. You're welcome. So, there you go. Hope you guys enjoy. Now, don't make fun of my ship. I'm gonna go buy a new one right now. See you next time.